there are two different surgical procedures that would reach the goal of the front third.
Yeah.
But there's more that, there's more that comes, there's more that comes into play than that. We've got to look at the thickness of the hair that's existing.
Right.
Age is huge. How aggressively you're thinning. How long have you been thinning? So a young patient, a 24-year-old, 25-year-old that's actively thinning, there's hair loss in the family, he's losing the crown in the front, we really got to get that patient exactly what's going to help him throughout the rest of his life, not
Right.
just this one little brief period.
Interestingly, the ISHRS presented a paper, it's been probably 5 years ago, about the best way to transplant patients over the course of their lifetime, because most patients continue to lose hair. So what's the most effective way to set up a plan for that patient? And the results were this. So do an FUT, basically it's some type of strip or sliver procedure, the first few procedures, right, because the patient has lots of scalp give or laxity. Plus the patient gets much more hair moved in those situations, so he makes bigger gains. And as he gets older, if he still needs to attend to certain areas that are still thin, as he loses some laxity, they can go in with an FUE and still continue to harvest more hair.
Yeah.
So a normal sliver or strip procedure would run out of hair, let's say, I'm going to pick a number, let's say 20,000 hairs. That's not right, but let's just use that number. So at 20, he's kind of maxed out with FUT because of scalp laxity. But through follicular unit extraction, FUE, we can get another 4 to 6 to 7,000 hair. So we can add more volume to what he has. If we reverse that process, it's not the same at all.
That's right.
In fact, it's quite different. FUE exhausts the donor supply much more rapidly. And so if you do a couple of those to begin with, you can improve an area, but it's very difficult to do sliver or strip procedures thereafter and get the best results. So you end up over the course of that method getting a lot less hair over that patient's lifespan.
So best example of that, I met with a guy several months ago, and he was, 38. He had had 2 FUE procedures, and he had a coverage of about 8 centimeters from front hairline back. I mean, it was
Not far.
Not far at all, about the first third of the head. That first third looked great. It was a great job. 2 procedures did well for him, and he was really excited about it. But there was nothing we could do for the rest. We had the doctor take a look at him, and he was out of donor. So, unfortunately, that's what he's going to look like forever, and there's just nothing that he can do. So, I really encourage those younger guys that are looking at, solutions that, hey, man, we've got to start with an FUT. I mean, I don't want to make the decision for you, but I just can't stress it enough that your 40-year-old self will thank yourself for doing that. You know what I mean?
Amen.
Yeah.
Plus, the challenge we have guiding patients is that they get inundated with marketing and stuff online, mostly how FUE is the end-all, the be-all, the best procedure.
The gold standard.
They call it scarless, which is obviously not true.
Yes.
We'll get into that on another day. So they come in here kind of dictating what they want, and despite nearly 30 years of experience and lots of other experience in this room, we know that's the wrong choice for most patients. Now, sure, there are occasional patients where have a little bit of hair loss. They don't have much hair loss in their family. They shave their head on the sides and the back really, really close. And that FUE will be a little bit more forgivable, right? Because you can't see those little small dots, those scar dots, as easily as maybe a linear scar.
Yes.
But the challenge is they come in sort of self-determine what they're going to have, and they get themselves in a pickle.
Yeah, absolutely.
And honestly, a patient like that, or potential patient like that, if I know that scenario and I know this is going to be 5 years, 10 years down the road, this poor guy's going to hurt himself, I won't take those guys on as a patient. I don't want my name on that. I want to do the right thing for people.
That's good.
And whether they choose that or not, at least I led them in the right direction. I gave them as much information as I could, reasons wise, pros and cons.